Shortwave is a interdimensional entity horror movie. Movie starts off with this couple that moved to this house. Basically, they're kind of grieving. I feel like it said it was 7 years in the future, but they're grieving from the abduction of their daughter. And basically, the husband, he studies shortwaves. As the movie goes on, they finally nail it, and they're like, yeah, we might have made contact with aliens through these shortwaves. Well, while this is happening, some weird stuff's kind of happening to the lady in the house, and at this party, she ends up going psycho and stabs one of the guests. And I think that's about when they realize something's wrong. And unfortunately, because this movie is like a thriller mystery movie, it's hard to really talk about the plot without spoiling too much. So what I'll do is in the review section, at the end of my review, I'll spoil. So my review of Shortwave. Shortwave is actually really good. The production and the directing in this movie is really good. From the colors, the camera angles, some even like the lensing on the cameras, to just the unsettling aspect of some of the like scenes edited together. That was all really good. The acting was pretty good too. Now the rating is, I'm so iffy on it because it's good and then it's bad, but it's good. And that's going to get into the spoilers, which we're about to talk about. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, just go watch the movie. It's a pretty good movie, honestly. So basically, they're not aliens, even though I thought the whole time there was aliens. They're not. It's like interdimensional sound wave creatures. And from what I gathered, they knew that this house had these interdimensional sound wave creatures, and since this girl, the lady, lost her daughter, they figured that she would be like the key guinea pig to like bring these entities to the surface, which exactly happens because the entity like possesses her or something. I don't know what really happened. And there's a couple other things, like it makes it sound like the guy who's working with the husband kidnapped the kid. You never really find out what happens to the kid. There's a lot of question marks with the writing. But at the very end, he's like, oh, I can take you to your daughter. But she'd been missing 7 years. And then it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of question marks. Like, was he saying that to like not get murdered because he gets murdered? Or was he just, did they really like kidnap this child and set her up for this all the way from the beginning? You know, who knows? So with that being said, my ratings for Shortwave. Watch value 6. It's definitely worth a watch. Practical effects, wasn't too many practical effects. So I'd say like a 6 because the creatures were crazy looking, but costume design, so I'd say like a 6. Gore, I would say like a 5. It was just a bunch of blood in the end. It wasn't like intestines or like insides or nothing. Scary, I would say like a 5. This had like a bunch of jump scares and noises and stuff, so that's pretty good. Acting, I'd say like a 6. It was not the craziest acting, but it was pretty good. Writing, like a 5. Like, there is some things in the writing I wish they would have just did a little better. I'm neutral on the writing. Directing and production, we'll just combine them because they're both at 8. Very, very well done, from just where he was making the camera angles into just the production with the lighting. All in all, really good. Opening, like a 4 when the little girl disappears, but then it kind of gets boring from there. And I say the ending's like a 6, and it would probably be a little higher if it made a little bit more sense. Funny, it's not really a comedy. And collector's value, this is, I'm pretty sure, like an $8, $10 DVD.